Hey, Arcturus here. Today we're looking at a Daemonsmith for the Helsmiths of Hashut, Zuru. This is a Warhammer Commemorative series model that released on January 31st. We'll take a look at the sprue first, then I'll assemble the model, and we'll take a look at the finished model. This is essentially a gift with purchase. I don't know if Warhammer categorizes it like that, but LEGO would categorize this as a gift with purchase. In the US, you had to spend $170, which I think was not great. It would have been much better if it had been $150 because that's the price of a spearhead. So I picked up the Helsmith spearhead, a second copy essentially. The first copy I got was through the army set, and a can of primer. The funny thing with this is if you bought a 40K combat patrol, you could have just gotten this model, which just doesn't make sense to me. If it's supposed to be to promote Age of Sigmar, it should come with the Age of Sigmar stuff, or maybe buying any Age of Sigmar spearhead got you the commemorative model. I mean, I think there were a lot better ways to do it. On the box art here on the back, pretty simple model. He does look a bit more like an Ashen Elder, but I think they're taking some design inspiration from the main named hero, whose name I never get right. I think it's Iraktar, who also looks a bit more like a cross between a Daemonsmith and an Ashen Elder instead of the just pure Daemonsmith. It's a pretty simple sprue here. It does look pretty cool. He gets an anvil and a nice staff with some flames and a dagger. Nice head. Does not look like there are any extra pieces here, but this is the sprue. So this is the other side of those. You have the other side of the staff there. Like, all the design elements are there, and the Ashen Elder and Daemonsmith to me are relatively interchangeable. One has a hat, one doesn't. But I do like the anvil altar style piece. But I'll go ahead and put this together, and I'll be back with the assembled model. All right, so here we have the completed Zuru. Nice separate pose here. He, of course, has his tactical rock, as you can see. Super easy kit to go together. There are no extra pieces. You use everything in the set, so there's no alternate build, but since he's a commemorative model, that makes sense. Some nice details. I like the knife here and the staff with the flames. Just nicely done. I like the way the robes have this sort of gap here that goes on very nicely. Everything went together super easily. There's a little bit of weirdness, I think, with the bracelets he has, but I don't think it's super noticeable. Like, you can sort of see on this one, there's that slight seam there, but I think once it's primed, that will not be as noticeable. The shoulder plates go really easily. Everything I think the shoulder plates work pretty well. They kind of look like books, actually, which is a little interesting. But nice bearded head. Excellent, I think. You can sort of see the blending between the Daemonsmith and the Ashen Elder. I think this guy could be used as either very easily. He's technically a Daemonsmith, but as far as I'm aware, as of posting this, he does not have separate rules. That may change in the future, or maybe it's already been added via an errata or FAQ. But as of right now, he does not have separate rules. He goes together super well and is just a nice alternate build for a Daemonsmith. In terms of using this box as kit bashing, like if you got two of them or something, I don't think it would work as well. The blade and staff are both hand pieces, so they attach to the arm, which is attached to the rest of the model. So I don't think it'd be super easy for kit bashing, though you could, of course, use it. The head is designed to line up with all these pieces, so the beard has this cutout point, so it sits right over that metal plate there. So I don't think that would work super well for kit bashing, though you could probably make it work with some green stuff. But in terms of super easy kit bashing, it's not the best. I do think it's a nice model. Pretty pleased with it. I will say I think it's kind of strange that they did it as a giveaway. As I mentioned earlier, if you bought a Age of Sigmar spearhead, you did have to buy something else. At least in the US, the price to get this guy was $170. for him to be included as a gift with purchase. And I think 150 would have worked better, because then it's like, oh, I buy a Warhammer Spearhead, maybe the Helsmiths Spearhead, and then I get the commemorative model, and that's great. I did look at other regions, well, specifically Britain, and they had a similar issue in that their spearheads were just shy of the amount needed for their region. So that was a little strange, I think. I think it could have been a much better coordinated marketing campaign. I think they'll be giving these away, though, entirely. I don't really see that being a problem, so I guess it doesn't really matter in that case. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on this model. If you wanted him and were you able to get him? Did your local GW have him? So I should also mention that this was a gift with purchase for in-store purchases at a Games Workshop. I don't believe this went to any third-party retailers or was available online. I'm not entirely sure about that. I went to the local Games Workshop to get mine. So let me know if you wanted this. Were you able to get it? Did your local Games Workshop have some? Mine had like 10 of them, which was great. But I don't know if that was true for everyone. So let me know your thoughts on that down below. And that's all I've got for this week. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.